What is the difference between our cooling vest and our cooling backpack? We use them in a lot of the same applications and in the same weather conditions. They're also made from similar materials and construction methods. They even went through similar durability tests, but there is a difference in how they operate. Starting out, we load the vest with a double layer ice pack. This is simply slid in from the top and sealed back up. Then we have this vent on the front surface that allows this fan to pull cold air out of the vest, which is then blown on the person wearing it. If you're somewhere with still air, like a warehouse, attic, or garage, this feels amazing. The vest cools on contact as well for both your chest and your back. The idea is to provide maximum cooling coverage without restricting movement. The backpack, on the other hand, does take the exact same ice packs loaded in a very similar manner. However, the air vent works differently. The fan blows air into the backpack where it's chilled and blown out of these vents on the inside. This is like a vented seat cover and it feels great. This really helps keep you cool in areas where the backpack may not fully contact your back. Because the backpack does cool on contact, but it's obviously only going to cool your back where it touches as well. Now, the cooling vest cools your chest and your back. Like I mentioned previously, we use these in a lot of the same applications, but not always. I typically choose the vest over the backpack when I am doing physical work in the midday summer heat. This includes things like landscaping, working at our ranch, and outdoor exercise. And again, that's because it cools front and back. And when you're active, your body generates a lot more heat. We're talking like 3 to 4 times as much heat generated when you're being active versus when you're relatively calm. And if you're doing intense physical activity, this can be even more. The vest has about 4 pounds of ice, and it takes about 2 hours to melt it depending on the user and the weather conditions. This is equivalent to around 160 watt hours, so 80 watts of cooling per hour. The backpack has half the amount of ice, so roughly half the cooling capacity because it also lasts about 2 hours. Now, when you're comparing these ice-based cooling vests, the important thing is the quantity of ice, because that's really going to define how much cooling capacity it has. Anything with like half a pound of ice just isn't going to do much. Now, the backpack is designed to be more casual. If I don't need all the cooling that the vest offers, I will choose the backpack almost every time. Part of this is because the vest looks similar to a plate carrier, which can be sort of imposing in public areas with lots of people around. So if I'm walking through a neighborhood or somewhere really public, I'm probably going to choose the backpack. And the backpack also optimizes for comfort when you're not doing physically demanding work. The straps on the backpack are removable, and we're working on a method of using this backpack for a chair cooling pad as well. Imagine having like a vented cooled seat anywhere you go. Like I said, it's intended for comfort and casual applications. Both of these options have MOLLE patterns, so you can mount pouches and other gear. But the backpack's MOLLE panel is much larger, so you can attach larger pouches like hydration bladders and backpacks and things like that. We are working on a third version of the vest that blows air into the front panel, just like the backpack. This is a challenging design to get right, but we're getting really close. And when compared to the current vest, it helps in 2 ways. Number one, cold air just feels good. And in windy conditions, the fan on the current vest can be overwhelmed, so you don't feel the cool air as much. But when you blow the air into the vest and out of the contact panel, the wind has minimal impact because it's kind of isolated from the wind itself. The second thing it helps is cooling efficiency. The very center of the ice pack rarely contacts the wearer because the human body just isn't a flat plate. So by blowing cold air into this region, we can cool this part of the body more evenly. And we'll likely offer both of these versions for a while until we determine if there is a clear preference in the user community. Now, we're a really small company, so if you respond to a video, I will almost certainly see it. It means if you want anything added or explained in more detail, just reach out and I'll do my best to make a video on it. I love the feedback on what everyone wants. Thanks for watching and let me know if you have any questions.